lesson, we're going to take numbers and put them in order. Order usually means, like, I give you 3 numbers and you tell me what the smallest one is, what the middle one is, and what the largest one is. Or go in the reverse. You tell me what the largest one is, then the middle one, then the smallest. Depends if you go least to greatest or greatest to least. But these numbers aren't going to be just integers like 5 and 9 and 13, which we can all put in order. They're going to be a mixture of decimals and fractions like you see right here. Okay, so here's the trick. If you have a decimal, or you have a decimal number that has 1 decimal place, we're going to add a second decimal to it. So 2.6, we're going to make that 2.60. Because anytime you add decimals to the end, you can just add as many zeros as you want. Now it looks more like $2.60. The next thing that's going to happen is we're going to take 2 1/6, and I'm going to show you in a second how you can use this calculator and turn 2 1/6 easily into 2.17. And like money, that's like $2.17. Now the third one right there, 2 6/7, well, the calculator, I threw it in, converted it really quick, and it said 2.86. Over there is like $2.86. Now that you have each one as a decimal number with 2 decimals, well, it's easy to see $2.17 is the least, so this one would come first. $2.60 would be in the middle, so 2.6 goes in the middle, and $2.86, well, that's the biggest, so that would go third. All right, now let's take a look at the document camera, and I'm going to show you how to use your calculator to make these conversions really easily. We're going to do the same thing we did last time, but we're going to do it in reverse. Put these in order from greatest, or the biggest, to the least. And you got 8 1/2, 8 1/5, and 8.7. So let's look down the chart here and say, convert all 3 to decimals. 8 1/2. Now a lot of you probably already know that is 8.5, but I want to show you, say you didn't know, like last time, like 2 6/7, you didn't know exactly what to do. On your calculator, if you want to put in a mixed number, see like this button right there, that lets you put in regular fractions. That's not going to help us with the 8 1/2. If you look above it, you see this little thing that says UND right there, UND. So instead of hitting the fraction button, first hit the shift or the second button, then the fraction button, like that. And it lets you put in 8 1/2, 8 and 1/2. Now here's the thing, when you hit enter, this is a mixed number, when you hit enter, it's immediately going to change it to what's called an improper, 17/2. That's still not a decimal. So you've got to hit the button right above enter, it's the double arrows called toggle. If you hit that button, it turns it into 8.5. So you might have already known it was 8.5, but now we can officially say that this is 8.5. And if we want 2 decimals, so it looks more like $8.50, add that extra 0 right there, 8.50. Let's do the same thing for 8 1/5. So we're going to hit second and the fraction button so that you put 8, make this 1/5, and then notice when I hit enter, it says 41/5. Well, I don't want 41/5. That doesn't help me know what's bigger. Convert it. It's 8.2. So we're going to say 8.2. And since there was no other decimal, add another 0, so it's 8.20. And lastly, I don't need the calculator for this last one, so get rid of that. 8.7 is still 8.7. But remember, that's 1 decimal. If you want to add an extra one so this all looks like money, there it is, 8.70. So it's $8.50, $8.20, $8.70. So let's go in order. Which one of these is the biggest? Well, clearly the 8.70 is the biggest. So this one right here, 8.7, that's what we'll write first. That's like biggest, if you're going biggest to smallest. Then going down $8.70, next one's going to be $8.50. That'll be in the middle, so that'll be second. And then the third one is going to be the $8.20. So that'll be third. And all you have to do is come down and write that down here. What was biggest? 8.7. What was next? Well, 8.5, but remember, we're not going to write 8.5, it's going to be 8 1/2. And then 8.2 was the smallest, which was the 8 1/5. Remember, this was 8.5, and this was 8.2, or 20, 50. And that's how you do it. But always pay attention. Some questions will say greatest to least, which means biggest number first. And some questions will say least to greatest, which means put the smallest number first.